Okay. Well, I guess it's almost noon, but not quite. So I guess good morning, everybody. Anyway, I wanted to take a quick look at my ASN. Let's see here. Get rid of that. Then search. Okay, so I'm seeing Hurricane Electric. It's in there. Provider. Peer. Hurricane Electric is in the peers. See what Hurricane Electric is up to. I did make an earlier video, but they were hitting me with a lot of manipulation to basically get me to sidetrack myself off of the main subject, so I'm not uploading that video. But I do have some good advice though. Official source of Brave, no, thank you. I do have some good advice though. When it comes to shielding. Okay, so we could basically get many different things like like I mentioned before, the lead rubber cap. There's that, as well as there's other caps too. And I mentioned how you can do these things in layers, but the problem is that they'll still try to heat up your brain as a result, right? So what I thought of, there's actually something that's flat, that's reusable, and it's actually is a cooling pad. And I was figured, something, why not just have reusable cooling pads underneath your hat? So at least that way, if they're trying to heat up the brain, you got something that basically act as a, what do they call that? A defense mechanism against that. Now, the thing about this is, if these things tear up in any way, shape, or form, if they have any holes or anything like that, I do not urge you to use that, because it's been noted on some of these packages that saying that if the contents ever get on the skin, you are to wash it immediately. So best be careful, but at the same time, if it's able to keep your head cool, not to mention, you're not really going to be doing too much brushing around with your head, so you should be fine. Because usually when you're wearing a hat, like people usually, especially when you're out and about, you don't usually like just constantly, most people don't really just constantly take their hats off and on and whatnot, especially if you got something that's automatically cooling your head anyway. So you're pretty much should be okay with that. In fact, I don't think I really did too much with that. I need to check back. That's Hurricane Electric. Click on the actual name and looks like it's just the same thing. ASN. Address. So when they say address I'm wondering if they mean like an actual physical address or a MAC address. But since this is dealing with networks, this must be a MAC address. But then again, from what Miss SHP is talking about, you got to peel back these things in order to basically find the actual evidence and stuff, and you'll be able to find exactly the weaponized systems that they're using to target you, as well as different organizations involved. Now, you're going to see in this list that there's a lot to deal with China in here. Now, China is very, not all of China and not all of its citizens, but quite at least its government and its police department and stuff like that is very communist-like, if you hadn't noticed. And it's unfortunate because their people, their people suffer as a result of this. I don't know why their actual government is still like this and the people don't really do anything about it, or maybe they are, but it's concerning that, seeing some of the videos that did get out, and trust me, if you see videos that managed to get out and they are telling you that their evidence is heavily being suppressed, something ain't right. Something is not right. So if you're seeing videos that are as bad as they seem, you can only imagine how bad the videos that are out there that never got out. You'd be surprised at many different types of evidences people catch on film from time to time, but they get sidetracked either from people just looking to prevent that information from getting out. So look at all of this. This for the record, I have never been to China in my entire life. I've never been there. But it seems like they are finding many different reasons to deal with me. Isn't that interesting? So now I'm seeing like just going into this and then just seeing all of this. China telecommunications is everywhere. CG, what is this? CG net. If I do miss anything that you guys notice that is interesting that I needed to basically look at, just let me know in the comments. If they will, hopefully they won't mess with the comments, but YouTube is notorious for being, I don't know, it could be YouTube or it could just be them screwing around with the app. I don't know. It's one or the other. But anyway, let's see here. China telecommunications again. Let's check one of these out, see what comes up. Unfound. Man, all this China stuff in here. Telecommunications. This is just so much in here that man, just under that one thing. So organization rank is 37, customer ASN degree, ASN members, 6 observed, prefixes and stuff. Okay, so now I need to get back to the actual listing itself. Okay. ASN number. That's not the right ASN number. Unless it changed due to me doing something else. I don't know. So that's got a lot of stuff in it, just with China alone. SGGS. What's SGGS? And they're trying to beam me right now as I'm doing this. So clearly this information does bother them quite a lot. Mainly because this is basically just exposing everything for what it is as far as the weaponized systems. But you got to peel back a lot of this information to be able to find it. Well, there's T-Mobile, Swisscom, Claro, LG, Global, Net, Electron, IX, Reach. What the hell is that? IX? Oh, and there it is. One of her recent videos, she was talking about the whole 6666 thing. So I'm actually glad I found this. So I knew IX Reach 90 ASN 97.1. So I guess I'll just click on that. That might send me somewhere different, but maybe not. Zayo bandwidth, number of paths provider. Okay, so I don't want this video going for too long, but dude, they are obsessed with this damn satanic stuff, man. Seriously, they are beyond obsessed. IX Reach, Zayo something. I'll zoom out so you guys can see that better. Zoom back in. Okay, I need to go back. Or maybe not. Maybe I can just check through all of this stuff. Zayo bandwidth. 8.999. Go back. If I was not using a cooling pack right now, there's no way I'll be able to do this. And it's difficult because people don't understand how going through this is so it's not easy dealing with this at all, man. It just isn't. 360 networks, huh? I don't want this video going on for too long. I just wanted to make it short just to check through this stuff, just to verify some information. And so far, it didn't disappoint. I'm actually finding stuff I didn't even, well, I kind of figured I would find it. Consider I'm not the only one going through this. Because technically, if I'm going through this, then obviously other people are too. There's a lot more I need to do with this, but I need to finish gathering up the equipment for me to be able to actually you know, okay, so that's RX. See what this is. Now I'm back here again. Hurricane Electric and stuff. The Federal State Automation, Court Communication, Nadia SA, Changhua, China Mobile, Foxwell LLP. Some of these names I have never even heard of. Now I went up to 31. Last time I checked this, I seen it up to 12. So this stuff really tries to hide. I think I'm only gonna go so far up with this, but I'm gonna leave the links in the description so people can do this for themselves, because you're gonna need to learn how to do this if you want to actually start getting actual evidence of your targeting. Information like this, I don't think the trolls are even gonna touch on this at all, because yeah, they would obviously expose themselves for if they are paid off opposition. It's one thing if you're just uninformed and you just basically bought into, you just been played like a fool, you've just been bought into the lies. That's one thing, but it's a whole nother perspective if you're actually being paid off to do this, because you need to understand that you basically joking around trying to discredit people who are exposing human trafficking. That's fucked up on its own, but you knowing what you're doing and still proceeding to do just that, that's even more messed up. Or should I say, even better, since we're dealing with narcissistic type of people. Not all trollers are narcissistic people. They're just probably just people who are ill-informed and who are just been tricked and lied to. But when it, I want to use the term shame, because that's even better. You see, a narcissist isn't gonna be mad about guilt or anything like that. They're not gonna feel guilty about the crap that they do to people. You can argue with a narcissist, but technically you're just giving them what they want, because they want you to argue with them. They want that attention. That's the whole point of why they're effing with you in the first place. They intentionally recruit people who have this type of trait, because they know that they're gonna be just as addictive to do it. It doesn't matter whether it's a woman or a guy. It's the same thing still counts. You got guys who are narcissistic as well as women. Soft data was connected to cat telecommunications public. What is this? Cat app. Thea Gateway Exchange. Go back. If I found one of those 66 things, then I know I'm gonna find another one. So I get the feeling a lot of this is dealing with China and getting close, but not quite there. Almost there, but not quite there. So what is all of this? Okay. Oh, Russia, huh? CMI Russia. Let's see what that's about. Hurricane Electric once more. I'm gonna go to that. If you're okay, so basically you may be wondering, well, if you can't argue with the narcissist, how do you deal with them? The answer is actually a lot more simple than you know. They are afraid of the truth, and if you get them in a position, you also got to make sure that you're careful, because if in the middle of a situation, they actually will try to change the subject. If you want an example of that, you can basically watch that video that I showcased of me dealing. Is that the same? Yeah, that is. I think that's, unless they changed it, because that can't be right. It had more than two. Did they just actively change this while I'm recording? Wow. Unbelievable. Or maybe not. I still see Hurricane Electric in there. But I remember there was at least up to like 12 to 13. The numbers just kept changing. Okay. G-Core Labs, huh? Ghost something. Let's see what this is. G-Core. I'm gonna find the rest of these things, but they're not gonna be easy to, because there's just so many things to peel back. Cult technology, seriously. Cult France. I've never been to France. What is this? None found. Okay. I guess I don't have to. Okay, so it is the same. Okay, next time. So anyway, dealing with the narcissist, you should already know that arguing with them is just giving them what they want because they crave attention first off, and they crave validation. Now, when it comes to these individuals, like when I say they go overboard when it comes to even the most basics of things that people are not going to keep up with, okay? I mean, they intensely, as soon as it comes to anything, I mean, they do research on top of research on top of research on top of research on top of research. They go overboard because they are obsessive with being right. They have this sick, twisted, messed up superiority complex. And it's like no matter how you look at it, they have a need to always be right all the time. And it gets to the point to where, like, dude, that's a person who cannot even accept their own flaws. And it's not so much is that the fact that they can't just accept it, it's the fact that they're trying to hide that they can't accept their actual flaws. So they actually try to pretty much project themselves as being this whole perfect being thing when in the end nobody's perfect, man. Everybody has their flaws. We all make mistakes in life, you know. Of course, doing this stuff as far as experimentation on people unethically is not acceptable in the slightest. No. But in most cases, it just goes to show you, and I think I may have just missed something there. What was that about an ATM? Go back to number 4. What is this? I know I saw something that said that. Level 3. Or what? Am I just... No, that says Alta. Could have sworn it said ATM, but I must have been... So Alta Reed Corporation, PT Manager. Let's see what Alta is. 202. Back. So, anyway, you know that they, and they are still hitting me if you're wondering. So apparently a narcissist is obsessive with being right all the time, so they can't stand ever being wrong or especially proven wrong. And they're afraid of the truth, and they'll go to lengths to hide that truth. They always want to appear to be above and better than anybody else. They have this unusual need to do that. People, in the end, the one way to obviously defeat a narcissist is to not engage. Don't even, because in the end, like it's intent, like the fact that, giving them that attention, it doesn't matter whether they're wrong or it doesn't matter whether they're right. Giving them that attention is what they want. So the best way to, to basically deal with that is to not give them that attention. Now, it's different if they're trying to set you up. That's when you basically need to stay on point. Do not let them change the subject. Do not let them add other elements into the subject in order to basically try to, change the point of view that's currently being made. State your point and then end it there. If they proceeding with it, and also remember, they always have to have the last word. They have this unusual neediness to have the last word in an argument or anything like that. I don't know why people get like this. I honestly don't know. I really don't. And okay, good. Usually, they'll try to. I'm hoping that my voice was heard in this video. It probably was because it was only covering the just part of this phone. But usually they'll mess around with my my pinky finger of my left hand to try to cover up the volume portion of this phone to try to basically mute as I'm talking. So whenever that happens, there have been videos to where people can't even hear exactly what I'm saying. So that's just another point of the manipulation they use when people are up. And it's not, I'm probably not even the only one who's gone through that, most likely, but it just goes to show you, oh, I did see ATM. Okay, so let's see what this is. ATM Poland. I've never been to Poland in my life. So what is all of this? ISP, Hurricane Electric's in there. ATMA, Acron Maxi. What time? Okay, so now I'm hitting 20 minutes. Robert Murek Bukowski. Who the hell is Robert Murek Bukowski? The F? Are these actual names? And what is this? ZO.OLH. What the hell is this? Max me at SPZOO. Weird. Okay, so who is this Robert Marek? Media System? I'm reading that right? Trading is Robert Marek Bukowski trading as Media System, huh? I still don't know who the heck that is, and I know I didn't meet anybody by that name, or any organization for that matter. MicroStrategy Poland something. Open Finances SA. Huh. Are these peers, right? Some of these are saying customers. I've never been in Poland in my life, and so how the hell can I be a customer in Poland, but I've never been there? I've never been to Poland in my life, so that makes no sense. Maybe I bought something from that was in Poland and then they got delivered, maybe. But I don't know. I don't know about that one. All right, I'm gonna just check the next list, and then that's gonna be it for this. I got a lot other searching around to do, but MasterCard payment, transaction, customer. I've never been to Poland in my life. If that's the flag for that, I have never been in there. I don't believe I've ever bought anything from there. Fortuna game. I've never bought anything known as Forcom SPZ. What the hell is all of this? 3S Data Center, Dot Play, Lion Bridge Technology, Guild Paper, Explosive Japansky, XR Region. What the hell is all of this? It says a customer, but I've never bought anything from. I just don't get it. This makes no damn sense. Netu Networks SP, Anwim, eCard SA. You see Delta T-Matic Group competitor. So I don't even recognize any of this stuff, man. I mean, I know I brought stuff from Amazon, but usually that stuff actually only shipped from the U.S. The only thing that I actually bought was toilet paper, but the thing that would have been from another country. But the funny thing about that toilet paper is that it came from I think it was Japan or China. So I didn't even realize that. I was wondering, like, what the heck's taking this stuff so long? And then that's when I realized, like, this coming from a foreign country. I'm like, no way. But when I saw the rolls, I'm like, I've never seen rolls like these before. They're definitely nowhere near as large as the rolls we have in the U.S. That much is for certain. By the way, I wasn't freaking out about that whole toilet paper shortage thing. I knew it was bullshit from the start, and they were trying to actually utilize that as a way to mess with me. And I'm going to tell you exactly how they did it. They just so happened to have all the rolls gone of toilet paper, all except for one on the shelf. Did I buy it? No. I didn't even bother with it. And I had plenty of it because, well, I only got one. I'm only one person, which means there's only one ass to wipe, right? So there you go. But I can't believe the whole scam that happened with all of that, man. So apparently, I think that stuff is just, I don't know. It says something about customer, but I don't think that's what I'm looking for. I could be wrong though, but I know damn well I've never been in areas like that before. So it looks like I'm hitting 25 minutes here, but man, they must really be hiding those numbers. IP Republican urinary determination when business never EO Gliss Anacast Holdings. Global. Level 3 parent company AB. Joint stock company. I don't have any stocks at all. So what the hell? I've never even gotten involved with the stock market at all, not even once. I mean, I wouldn't mind trying to buy some stocks, but as far as I know, no. OpenX Technology. Let's go to 5, and this will be the last one I'm gonna check for now. Swan AS. All right, I think I'm gonna end it there because I'm getting dangerously close to 30 minutes, and I don't want it going over that. So, ending it there.